The mystery. Welcome to the lunar illusion. We're going to explore that strange feeling we've all had. Why does the moon seem to follow us whenever we drive? It feels like it's keeping pace with the car no matter how fast we go. A massive void. Now, look at this. The moon doesn't actually look that far away when you're staring at it, right? But the reality is that it is sitting at an average of 239,000 miles away from Earth. This massive void, or immense gap, is the main reason you feel like it's following you. Think about it. The distance you drive in a car is nothing compared to that enormous lunar distance. Smaller than the USA. To give you some perspective on its size, the moon's diameter is 2,160 miles. That's actually smaller than the distance across the United States. However, because it's so bright and prominent in our dark night sky, our brains get tricked into thinking it's much closer than it really is. The 200-mile illusion. Check out this detailed view. When we look through a powerful telescope, the moon looks so clear it feels like it's only 200 miles away. Because we can see all those craters and details so clearly, we lose sight of the fact that we are looking across a vast cosmic distance of 239,000 miles. The speeding world. Think about what happens when you're speeding down a road. Everything close to the car, trees, houses, fences, they all fly by in the opposite direction. Naturally, our brains expect the moon to do the same thing and zip backward as we move forward. When it doesn't move, it feels very strange. A psychological reaction. This is actually a psychological reaction to your movement. Your brain is busy comparing the moon to those flying trees. Because the moon stays perfectly still while the trees disappear behind you, your mind interprets that stillness as the moon moving with you. Even at high speeds, you can't drive enough miles to see the moon move against the backdrop of the stars. The constant angle. Let's look at the geometry here. When you drive for a few miles, the distance is tiny compared to the distance to the moon. Because the moon is so far away, the angle at which you see it hardly changes at all. As you can see in the diagram with the mountain, if the angle doesn't change, your eyes see the object in the same spot, creating that following effect. Infinite horizon. Essentially, the moon acts as a fixed point on an infinite horizon. It doesn't matter if you're doing 20 miles per hour or 70 miles per hour. The moon remains exactly where it was. It's a classic cosmic illusion that has fascinated people for centuries. Stay curious. The universe is full of these little perspective tricks. Does anyone have any questions about how our eyes and brains work together to create these illusions? Remember, stay curious.